Hello, I'm Panda Vardhan. Currently, I'm pursuing BA Honours in Economics from Sriram College of Commerce. I got selected as investment banker intern at Insect Solutions. I would say the main reason for applying was that it not only provides me an opportunity to get practical knowledge of finance, but also that I can work on some live projects, which is really amazing, I would say. So my training period is going on right now. I have already completed 2 of the modules, and today I studied the third module of the same. So the first topic covered in the third module is liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios basically tells how quickly a company can convert its current assets into cash and then can use it to pay off the liabilities on timely basis. There are 2 types of ratios under liquidity ratios. The first one is current ratio, which is basically current assets upon current liabilities. Some of the examples of current assets were told, like debtors or the cash in bank that we have. And similarly, some examples of current liabilities are creditors or the short-term loans that we take or the overdrafts from the bank that we take. And that's it. After that, we did quick ratio. So quick ratio is calculated as quick assets upon current liabilities. Quick assets is current assets minus the inventory minus the prepaid expenses. After that, the next topic covered is valuation ratios. Valuation ratios compare the stock price of the company with its profitability or the current value of the company, and it basically helps us to know how good the price of the stock that is being traded is, whether cheap or expensive. So it helps us to analyze whether the current share price is perceived as high or low. Some of the valuation ratios that we use are price to sales ratio, price to book value ratio, or price to earning ratios. It was also told that if a company has low price to earning ratio, then it is preferred over the companies whose price to earning ratio is higher. The last topic covered in module 3 was the time value of money. So it is basically an idea that people would prefer to hold money in present rather than in future. And that's because they can earn compound interest over it. The formula for the same was given in the module, and after that an example was taken. So the overall crux of this topic was that we just try to figure out that whether the present value of money is more powerful than the future value of money. And on the basis of that, we decide whether we should have the money right now in present or in the future. So yeah, this is what I did in the third module, and I'm hoping to learn even more. Thank you.